Hey guys, I just wanted to have a quick word with you before today's episode starts. Our store is up on Teespring. We've got a ton of amazing Rad Dudecast merch with that awesome wolf with the sunglasses logo on it. We've got men's t-shirts, women's t-shirts, unisex. We've got masks. We've got hoodies. We've got hats. We've got everything you want. You can customize the colors. It's absolutely fantastic. Great prices. It helps us out. So go to teespring.com/stores/Rad Dudecast. The holiday season is right around the corner. These things look great, even if people don't know what the Rad Dudecast is. So one more time, go to teespring.com/stores/Rad Dudecast. Check out all the new merch. It's phenomenal. You're going to love it.
Is that a Warriors hat?
Yeah, Astoria Warriors, baby. I got my Astoria hat.
Oh my God, man.
I just got real high and walked around Astoria, and some guy was selling Astoria merch on the street. And I said, pal, stop. Because I'm buying everything. And I
Dream.
I bought three. He goes, usually they're 30, but I'm gonna give it to you for 15. And I went, that's not how it works, buddy. Here's 30, give me 2. And I got 2 hats.
Here's 30, give me nothing. You got $30. Make some more stuff.
You look like a guy who produces a rapper named Lil Greeky.
Yes.
Lil Freaky Greeky out of Astoria.
Yeah, man, you gotta check out Little Freaky Greeky, man. Yeah, man, he mainly raps about lamb and what's going on in the sea, but he's good.
Sorry,
hit you with a trident.
I know it's roast time for Greg, man, but I gotta check this audio because I had to reconnect everything. Do I have high voice?
No, you sound
high voice.
You sound normal.
All right, sorry, because I never remember if it's 44 or 48. With the MPHs, I gotta write it down.
It's hard, man. It's hard. You sound great, and not only that, according to you, roast time is when we just talk about how great you look.
No, man. I mean, that's a nice save at the end, but I was roasting the man.
He was, man. Hook, line, and roaster.
I had the oven turned up.
Damn, man.
Like a chicken.
Greg's camera accidentally does shit that yours and my camera, Anthony, can't even do with 2 years worth of work. It just focused in on his chin.
I don't know why it
questions
does that.
asked.
I have no idea why it does that.
I've been saying it. Greg's camera is almost there. It's almost a couple years away from consciousness. It's right there. Very scary.
I'm gonna do a if it's okay with you guys.
We're already started.
Exactly, and that's why I'm trying to keep on the new train. We've been told by old bicycle that the people want to know what they're listening to. So, welcome to the Rad Dudecast. Okay, great. You can follow us, subscribe, whatever, like it, rate it, suck my dick, you fufangugulis. Is that what you say, you Italians?
It seems close.
Fufanguli is a sucker of dicks. Fufanguli.
And follow us at the Rad Dudecast. Welcome to the episode, man. I'm pumped to be here. I got LED lights up the wazoo. Anthony's taking this time to leave. Greg's got a beautiful Run the Jewels sweatshirt on. My dad's calling me on my my cell
put him
phone.
on.
Fuck you, Dad.
Who's that, Dermot?
No, Paul.
No, Dermot's my uncle. Your uncle doesn't become your dad.
I just hope one day I'm going to see Dermot. That man seems crooked, like a crooked body. That's how I imagine him. He's got a back like a staircase.
Man,
a crooked Dermot.
Four spoons in hand. Like,
everyone
whoa,
froze,
you fellas want some corned beef?
Well, he wasn't gone, but I didn't freeze. You can't do it. You can't do anything.
I can see everyone pretty well, and I can hear everyone just fine. If anyone's wondering on my end,
I think it was the internet on my end, which is crazy because I have AT&T fiber, and they will be hearing about this. But what I was going to say was that is eerie because Dermot is extraordinarily crooked.
Right.
And you've never met him, nor have I ever brought that up. And he's crookeder. He's crooked in body and soul. He's crooked in both. That man squiggles. He's up. He's like a staircase. You could walk up to the second floor on Dermot's back.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. As they said in Prometheus, God does not build in straight lines. And he also does not build straight Dermots.
I've always said, man, if you don't trust a man with scoliosis, because someone's back is a clear sign of how straight and narrow they are. If they can't even get their back straight, they're going to lie to you.
Sound logic.
I had sex with a woman with scoliosis. Beautiful. So I'm sure. I don't know. Yeah.
Beautiful in the inside?
No. Horrible person. Horrible.
Your spine shows you what kind of person you are. You can't be racist in a job interview, but if you see someone coming in with a tree trunk back that looks like the wind is, like the sun clearly is to the west, so it's bent,
it's sucking up the sun.
Yeah, then don't give that lady a job because she's going to have her hand in that register. Facts. Factamundo,
rackamundos.
Right.
I have to tell you guys this. I need approval. A lot of podcasts do this kind of thing off air.
What?
I'm shooting it straight on air. I need your approval. Me and Michael Schmeisicle, we were here before all you guys, out of boredom, recording an advertisement for the store that's going to play at the beginning of this episode, as long as it's okay with you guys. Didn't say anything funny. Don't worry. Did not try and do anything fun without you here. Just said go to teespring.com/store/. What's that? Yeah,
now you're doing 2 ads.
We're tripling it up, man. This is the first free episode where the store's really been up and running. We're hammering it down their throats with Black Friday coming. Because I don't know if you guys are watching TV. First of all, I'm on too much coffee. I apologize. I don't know if you guys are watching television, watching football, getting all the
mainly
ads,
The Crown.
Okay, interesting.
Thinking about getting into that, actually.
But Black Friday no longer exists. Yeah. It's all Black Friday. They started Black Friday a month ago, and it's all Black Friday straight through.
Yeah, that's fine. I like a good sale.
Yeah,
I like. I'm getting an echo. Maybe not.
Black Friday has become gay pride. It's all month long now.
They have Black Friday and they have Sunday, Bloody Sunday, which is when the Irish were murdered by the English. That's what I celebrate. It's what I do sales.
Yep.
I do sales.
I dress up like Bono the whole day.
I think Greg was implying he's celebrating the English of murdering. I don't think he's celebrating the Bono side of the argument.
I don't know whose side is whose side. I just know that the survivors tell the history. And I don't know. I didn't sleep last night.
Man, Brendan's too hopped up. Greg's not hopped up.
I'm on slow mo. I'm a slow mo Joe today.
Yeah, and I might have COVID.
You might? Why? I think I might too. For real?
I might. Yeah, no, for real. I might. Because I did Are You Garbage on Saturday? The podcast with Foley and Kevin Ryan. They're great. But it was indoors, and I wore a face shield, but now I'm learning that might not have been enough.
Oh, so you just think you have COVID?
No, well, Foley was hanging out with Tom Cassidy the day before, and Tom Cassidy on this past Wednesday had done a show with someone who did have COVID, but he was wearing a mask. Tommy Boy was wearing a mask the whole time that he was around him. So it's got a couple sips to get to me, and I took my precautions. But the jury's out.
No, man. Well, I know a guy who has COVID doesn't mean you have COVID.
Well, I know a guy who knows a guy who may have COVID, who was around another guy who had it, but he was wearing a mask.
Can you smell?
So, do I smell? I always smell. Anything? What kind of question is that?
Can you smell anything? I know you smell physically atrocious.
You hurt my feel. It's one thing for me to say it, but another for you.
I didn't say you smell. I said, can you smell?
Can I do it?
Yeah, it's a taste. Can you smell? Can you taste?
Yes, I can. Very well. I've been tasting very well all day. I the other day I thought I had COVID last week. Turns out I just had oatmeal. That's a real thing that happened. But anyway,
no need to expand on that wild.
It doesn't taste like anything.
It's true.
Funny.
I swear to God, I poured I was so nervous that I had COVID. I poured so much cinnamon in there, testing my nostrils, that eventually I had a whole cup of cinnamon. And I'll tell you what, I could smell all right. I'll tell you another thing, don't eat a whole cup of cinnamon.
If only this was the early 80s, there'd be so many. I thought I had COVID. Turns out my wife just can't cook. You ever heard of spices, you bitch? I ought to kill her.
If that would be the nicest thing Andrew Dice Clay hypothetically ever said to his wife, by the way.
Yeah.
So no, I'm quarantined in my own apartment. We put our plastic shower curtain, dirty shower curtain up between the living room and the den, and I've been just sleeping in the den. I've been living in the den for 2 days. I wear a mask when I go to the kitchen.
We have one bathroom. I don't. What's going on there? What's going on here?
Well, I wait for Julia to leave.
Just because you heard of a guy who had COVID with no symptoms.
Yeah. Now I think I'm actually getting sick, though, because I've been sleeping with the door open.
Yes. Right. Just go get tested.
Well, also, I've got to wait for the virus to incubate. What? Well, she was babysitting.
Oh, there's a rule.
Well, she's more likely to have it than you then. She's out in the world.
No, but she's in this tiny bubble family thing.
Yeah, right. Sure. Trust them. That's not how that. They always say that. I hate these families. I hate any family. I want a family. I can't have one.
Yeah, Greg is as barren as they get. So anyway, if I get a little wiggly, it's because of the draft.
You got.
What do
you can't be living.
Who told you that was a cure for COVID? This is like when they were just the king's sick. Drain about a quart of blood from him. That will be the solution. You think the cure for COVID is to freeze yourself to death? What are you doing?
No, the open airflow. The open airflow. I don't want to get
Julia doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Listen, here's the thing, man. If you got it, Julia's gonna get it. You can't just be in that tight of quarters sharing a bathroom and her not getting it. This is ridiculous. This is not how
measures we're taking.
Work.
I shower with a mask on. I'm in the den like the outbreak monkey.
That's how you waterboard yourself. Showering with a mask on. That's literal waterboarding. That's how they question terrorists.
This is Abu Ghraib all over again.
Dude, if you don't have symptoms, I would talk to someone who's not Julia or us. I would talk to someone and say, should I be quarantining if I was in the vicinity of a guy who knew a guy? Everyone knows a guy who knows a guy who has COVID. You wouldn't be able to leave the house. Symptoms. I don't think there's a necessity for you to quarantine for 4 days and live like a maniac.
Well,
I don't think so.
Tommy is getting his results back today or tomorrow, so hopefully that turns out good, and then I can step out from the infected zone.
That's you. This is crazy.
Go ahead, Greg. Go ahead.
No, it's wildly insane because you don't even know if this guy has it, and you're doing these. So like the guy of the guy of the guy. That's. I mean, sure, you're being over whatever, but without any symptoms. Go ahead.
Not only that, Greg.
I've got him now, but I was kind of sleeping in the cold.
He's attempting like infection vector tracing.
Yeah.
With none of the skills of a person that needs to do that. You're going by
his whole life. This is everything Anthony does. He does the thing. He sees a thing on TV, and then he tries to do it with his backyard tactics.
Yeah, like you can't just if you're going to go around,
baby.
If you're going to go around contact tracing, you can't just be like, Tom Cassidy tested negative. That's the only person that met with a person that I met with. Game over. No, that web spreads out to hundreds of people. That's why contact tracing is hard. It's like whoever you were in that room with, Nick. First of all, I leave New York for 2 months. There's a whole new spread of names because I've never heard of any of these people.
Who's Nick?
Yeah, whoever is doing this, I am garbage. The whole thing.
He gave him the name Nick.
You
know Foley if you saw him.
Who?
He looks like me, slightly bigger, but also more handsome.
Didn't ask me to do his podcast.
Well, that's up for the voters to decide. But
no, I got to tell you something too when you're done.
But no, I think you know those guys. They're great guys. They're really funny, and I think also, boys, I think I did pretty well in that podcast. So as where I'm getting scolded right now for my medical ingenuity, I think I deserve a couple of pats on the back for my bravery.
Well, no one knew that you were on the podcast. I would have, if you would have texted me and said I did this podcast, I need someone to tell me I did well. I would have said you did well.
Oh,
you're very funny.
No,
but you're also not garbage. Is the problem? You can't be on that podcast because you had a marble Zeus head in your foyer.
Well, Marlene dated her cousin for quite some time, and I hammed it up a little bit with. I'm garbage in the sense of my showering habits, so I think that's the thing that leaned me in the category of garbage.
Sure.
But when they found out about my sandwich preferences, I'll tell you that they were stumped.
We should do a podcast. We should do a podcast called "Are You Elite," where we just start telling we're the elite boys. No, we don't eat cold turkey. We only have roasted chicken every day.
Great.
Sorry, Brent.
Yeah, great idea. Best part about drinking sherry.
Yeah.
How smooth it goes down, of course.
Yeah. Which celebrity thinks they're rich and it's so embarrassing because they only have a few $1 million?
Most tawdry thing Bill Gates has ever mentioned.
3 poorest billionaires. These cocksuckers.
Lamest Ferrari.
Did you ever have you ever waited for a table?
Oh, no.
That's how you know if you've waited for a table, you're garbage.
Yeah.
But we're elite.
Yeah, we're elite. Once me and several of my friends went to the Olive Garden as a joke.
Fuck Foley.
I watch this. They're great. They're great. But I watched years ago. This girl was on stage, and it was a dingy bar show in East Village, and she was just a little out of touch, and she was like, "Here's how I know I'm poor," and then she took out a Metro card from her pocket, and nobody laughed. And then 20 minutes later, I watched a guy just throw up in the middle of the room, and it was like, "What did you expect, ma'am? You're in the dregs, baby."
Could I tell you? Could I do a little quick segment called "This Is Why Foley's Crazy"? I love Foley, and he's like into Star Wars. So after Mandalorian, we always talk about Star Wars, but he's like kind of new, I think, to Star Wars because he'll always ask me these he'll always come up with these he's like, "I got a theory," and I'm like, "What's up?" And he was like, "You're never hold on your asshole," and then he'll tell you the most clearly thing that happened on the show. I was like, "Were you even paying attention to the episode?" He'll be like, "You know that Luke guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I think he's got some kind of relationship to Darth. Maybe like an uncle. I think he's like an uncle to Darth Vader." And you're like, "You think Luke's an uncle to Darth Vader?" Dude, you got to watch the movies. He's always slightly, it's the best. And we talk for hours about Star Wars, and he always comes at me with "I think they're going to see Ahsoka." It's like, yeah, they said it in the episode.
As my kind of watcher.
I think this baby Yoda is going to turn out to have some knowledge.
Well, that's where you're wrong. And I hate to go into my private YouTube recap show with Greg, but
sure,
Baby Yoda's got some tricks up his sleeve, and everyone out there who listens to our YouTube recap knows.
Yeah, they know. Spoiler alert: Anthony is the only person on the face of the earth who thinks Baby Yoda is Darth Maul, a character that died 30 years on the timeline earlier, multiple times, and is red.
Not thinks, convinced. Anyway, let's get this show started.
What do you think we've been doing? What has the 7 years of this show been other than what's just been happening? What did we say? Let's get the show started. And now for our contestant. And now for the news. Heather with the weather. What's it like out there? No, there's nothing to start.
Did we fuck up? Heather with the weather is great.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you guys something that happened on my weekend, if you don't mind.
I was hoping for that.
Failed attempt. Failed.
I had one of those.
G-Man got his old spy glasses, right?
Yeah.
Sherry does.
So I was walking out of the casino, and I see what is clearly a prostitute, and I go, "This is a prostitute." I got my spy glasses. Time to put them on, right? So I put on my spy glasses. I put on my spy glasses, and I was like, "I'm gonna just follow this lady and watch all the people who talk to her, but from far away." Yeah, right. So I start watching all these. It's like 4 a.m. Drunk guys just being like, "Hello." So I'm the guy you've been waiting for. So look, just spoiler alert: the spy glasses. I don't know how to turn them on or get the footage from them. I don't know how to get any of it.
I assume
what I learned, because I was like, I'm just gonna like listen and see what's going on here, right? So this drunk guy's talking to this prostitute, and he goes like, "Who's the other lady?" Because prostitutes are like the Sith; they always travel in twos, right? It's just always you need an apprentice, and you need and you need the master, right?
Like those albinos from the Matrix.
Strike me down.
I've seen you have a new apprentice, Dooku. No, he's just my friend. Destroy. Yeah. She's the apprentice now. Anyway, so the master and apprentice. The apprentice is the prostitute, and the master is the weird old lady off to the side. So I hear him talking, and the guy goes, "So who's that?" And I'm like, "Buddy, we know who that is." And she goes, "That's my mom." And that's when shit got way too real for the fun spyglass adventure. And I was like, oh, maybe she just said that as a gag. But then it was like, no, that clearly is this woman's mom. And this is a prostitute prostituting out her kid. And then I paid like, half price because I was like, I'll take the mom.
My man.
Yeah,
my man.
No, I didn't catch the rest, but that's what I caught. And I was like, wow, that's fucking juicy and crazy. I don't know if that was like a kink thing or a real thing.
I love
like a real mom.
I didn't catch the rest. Like it was the movie. Like there was anything happened except the mom pimped out her daughter to a lonely businessman.
Yeah.
Not sure how that story ended up, but
I know there's nothing funny at the end, but it was just something that I was like, it went from like fun spyglass adventure to way too real and dark.
Right.
And I was like, I didn't know how to like handle the spy. I was like, I can't put this on TikTok.
Spyglass off.
Yeah. Also, too, turn off.
Yeah.
That's one of those things too, where like, because that's a popular scene in a porno. But then when it comes to life, well, also twofold, because like in the porno, you're like, I generally, when it gets too real, I don't like them too much. So, I'll be like, well, I'll shut the window off. But with this, it's like, I gotta see this thing, there's no doing that. It just happens.
I will say just as many pop-ups though. Middle of me talking or some guy coming out, "Hey, man, you want to try, you got to sign up for sweetdeals.com. And I was like, how did you follow me, real ad guy? So anyway, sorry.
I will say
that's right.
What you're saying, Anthony, it's so weird because like even knowing the whole scenario is fake, I can get fucked up by the scenario. Like I clicked on hot stepsister, fuck stepbrother, right?
Yeah,
sure.
And I'm like, this is good. I've never had a stepsister. This sounds like, let's get into this. Then it was clearly, there was no step involved. It was brother and sister fucking. And I was out. But it's like, the truth is, they were neither of those things. They're paid actors. What do I care? But the whole thing ruined the whole thing for me, where it's like, just say step.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I agree. And as an only child, I will say, I would just be so excited to have a sibling that then when they fuck them, I'm like, oh man, this is a waste. You know what I mean?
Waste of a sister. I could fuck anybody.
Yeah.
I want a sister. They should do porn for you where it's women who try to fuck and they go, I'm actually your sister and I don't want to fuck. Do you want to play Battleship? And you go, this is what is interesting to me because I want a sister.
Yeah.
Now
just go, let's talk about how weird mom is. And I would go, I've been waiting for this.
That family porn stuff. I don't get right. Let me try again. That family porn stuff is so much like communism, where the idea of it seems great, but once you actually start putting it in motion, you think about what that really means. You go, we can't have this. There's just too many people on the bread lines here sucking off each other. Because I love the idea of sister porn, but once you say Monica, my brain will explode. That's disgusting, and I'll kill myself.
Yeah.
The idea of fucking my mom. My mom is she smokes too much for me to even just the taste of that would be disgusting.
Well, also like communism, incest porn, like communism, it works well if you got about 20 people stranded on an island. You know, it's when you bring it to a larger scale. But yeah, so, you know, if you're there stuck in an island for life, you're eventually going to have to fuck your cousin. You know, that's it. And same with communism. If there's about 20 people, you can all share and get jobs. You bring it to a
you're
nation.
Freaking me out. You're freaking me out, man. The idea of being stuck on an island for 20 years with my sister, you made that too real. Because now I'm like, would people really start fucking their sisters after 20 years on an island? I don't think I would.
I said cousin. I said cousin.
Oh,
Yeah. I saw a guy fuck his sister on a flight from Cleveland to Detroit.
Yeah. things get bumpy enough, man. You let it fly.
This is considered a shuttle. Yeah. Now, Anthony, but let's get back to your point about this porn thing. We cut you off in the middle way, but the sister thing, you said, because we're talking about this, maybe the woman, the prostitute, I can get you back there. The prostitute who was her daughter, and then the porn idea of the family porn thing. And you said the two ideas about this. And we got through
got through one. Now I've forgotten the first one.
When you see the real mom, maybe because it gets real.
Yeah, it gets real. It's not fun. You know, when you're when you're in your room looking at that thing by yourself, it's a good time if you can get there. But you know, but when you see it in real life, it's I guess it's kind of like the communism thing. I think you tackled it in the communism thing.
Did you get all the points?
I think basically you did. You just kind of went your own route with it.
I think the mom thing, this is how I think mom porn really started, truthfully. I think there was just really smoking hot porn star who just said, I'm going to do this mom thing. And everyone watched it. And all the algorithm people said, oh, it's the mom stuff. And it's like, no, it's this woman is smoking hot. Yeah. So they just started making and then it just started snowballing that all the best porn stars were doing this mom stuff. And it's like, I don't care about the mom thing. I care about how hot she is and any kind of storytelling, because I'm really into storytelling, but the basic storytelling you get is the mom stuff.
Well, and I want to double down on what you've said. The real money in porn was in the 80s and 90s. Before now, the internet's made it so these people, they're not getting paid right. And so that's so that now the true professionals, the skilled porn actresses are of mom age now. You know, we're not getting any trained actresses coming up. You know, they're all straight to the web. Back then, these people had screen training. You know, they could tell the story. And now they're of mom age. They've aged out a little bit. And so the true professionals now are in their 40s. And, and that's why. So we're getting the top actresses are in the MILF category, if you will. Sometimes even GILF.
Interesting.
Can I play it? Go ahead.
Yes, go ahead. No. I was just gonna. Yeah, I was agreeing. It was an interesting theory.
Quick game, 1 round. You guys will play the quick game. It's 1 round. It's called "Am I a creep or am I a hero?" Right? And I'll give you the scenario, and you tell me whether or not I'm a creep or I'm a hero. Now, this is a made-up scenario, of course.
Sure.
I believe you should pay. I believe that you should be paying for porn because of what you're saying. I think people should pay for porn, put money into the industry because these people are doing shit like comedy. You know, it's like, I think it's probably the right thing to do. Right. See, in OnlyFans, I'm very for the OnlyFans. You know, it's like, throw someone $5 every now and again. They're getting fucked. Give it to them. Right now. So this is where the creeper hero question comes in. You see a comedian who is getting fucked on her OnlyFans, and then you send them $20. Am I a creep because, well, that's someone you know and it's way too close? Or am I a hero because it's someone I know and I want to send them some money to support their lives?
You're a hero, not for that. It doesn't matter if you know them or not. It's your first reason. These people deserve to get paid. These sites that we all use, these tube sites, are ripping the money out of porn. It's true. You'll see porn company after porn company say it. They don't have rights to these videos they're putting up. Yeah. So what you do, you're a hero. Don't let anyone tell you different. Send me the name in the chat.
I also think the comedy. I also think because the comedy, it's like you're locally sourcing. You're shopping local. Think global, act local is what I say.
Yeah.
Anthony, what do you think? Hero or creep?
I think it depends how you pay them. I think if it's over Venmo, it's a little creepy. And I think if it's PayPal, that's a business transaction.
I go the opposite. Oh, no, you're right. Venmo is the friend system.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't via Venmo. It's via the Twitter has your bank account and or something like that. So it's neither of those. It's this Twitter thing.
And I think if you do it on Zelly, they're like an employee of yours.
Yeah, maybe. Yes, maybe if you cut them a check from your LLC, that might be the most appropriate way to do
very
that.
Cool.
Business transaction.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Can I tell you? I went under a fake Instagram.
Your burner account.
I went on the burner account. I was like, this is how I'm going to pay for this because I don't want them knowing that this is me, even though we don't even know each other that well. But it's like we have met, and oh man, I'm telling you too much, right? I was fucked up on. I
already know.
You don't know.
I think I know.
No one knows this story. No one.
Well, I don't know. I know.
And you don't know who it is. When you find out who it is, it's very exciting because you don't. It's not any of the people because they don't advertise they have an OnlyFans. Okay. You kind of have to ask them. Which
interesting
in the burner account. This is where it goes probably too bad, right?
Sure.
Yeah. No. People are saying things, and I'm saying none of the people you guys have so far said.
Mike put in the chat Hillary Clinton. Want to know.
So I was fucking stoned, and I was like, I'm gonna sign up for this OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
And then it says, ask me about my video, full sex. And I said, I'm asking. This is from my burner account, right?
Yeah.
And
I'm asking.
She responds, I usually do 100, but for you, 75. And I said, for you? And in my mind, I went, oh my God, did you know why? And I freaked out. I closed everything, and I'll never be. I learned my lesson, but I don't know if they know who I am or not. But I was very scary, and they're not really in the comedy scene anymore. So why did I tell? Mike, can we delete all of that? Can we delete this episode?
No, this is nobody will know, and that's
I
fine.
don't know who it is. You're right. I don't.
But am I a piece of shit for that? That's close.
No,
I think it's too close to cheating.
Stop it. People that put that out there, they want to make money. You know what I mean? Like that's their business. That's fine. There's nothing. I'm so sick of in this country selling sex being fucking vilified. Like that's their choice. But
selling sex from someone you might know is what we're talking about.
Yeah,
this
but
is
who
the
cares?
This is where the Supreme Court goes to recess. This is where they go, we need to think a little bit on this one. But I just went into a rabbit hole. I know Tita, my wife, would say to me, she would just say, she'd be more mad that I spent money because she's really cheap. Maybe I should bring this up to her. But it was, I was in a horny, let me tell you why I was in a horny place. Can I say one more part to this?
Sure. You keep asking us, and then you keep requesting that the entire conversation be deleted. Word for it.
I have to extend more time. I have to ask for more time on this bit. I got I went at Mohicans on this Victoria's Secret, and I went into Victoria's Secret to buy Tita some. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? Because I just all these hot women walking around. I went, well, I got a hot woman. I'm gonna just buy her all these crazy things. Nice. I'm gonna buy her all these goddamn. But it's been a long time since I went into Victoria's Secret. You go in there, and they know what they're doing. It is just retard strength hot women. She walks. I was like, I'm just gonna be in here with my hat down, and she just
what a way to put it.
She makes a beeline right for me. She goes, I got this son of a bitch in sweatpants, and she goes, can I help you? And I was like, my wife. I have a wife. I have a wife that I'm here for.
Wife.
And she goes, yeah, no, happens all the time. What are you trying to do? And I'm like, just trying to make trying to make her feel good, make her feel confident.
She's dead.
I don't know. I was going to fake a phone call and go, what? Divorce? How could you? Turns out I am divorced, and I am 40, and you are 19. No, I don't know how old she was. She had a mask on, which makes it all the more. Why am I finding masks sexy now? That's a whole other bridge to bend.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you there.
Masks. You are black masks. I am hornier than a snake in a lake who's got a dick. Anyway.
I was hoping that third thing rhymed, but you can't get everything you want in this life.
I think that's another fine idea for a t-shirt. Horny like a snake in a lake, ... with a dick. And then obviously the image.
And then the image of it just like an old school man, like a Dick and Jane guy with a snake, so we don't have to put an actual penis on the.
Oh, well, I think that might have to be lewd on that one.
Anyway,
but okay.
So anyway, everything this woman touched, I was like, put it in the bag, because she was the ultimate salesman. She goes, "This one hot?" I went, "Everything you touch gives me a giant erection." So I was like, put in the bag, put in the bag, put in the bag, put in the bag. I honestly think I may be the first comedian to spend their whole headlining paycheck in a Victoria's Secret. And then I just threw them on the bed. This is how horny I got. I was like, just jerking off to the idea of this underwear on my wife, which it was very exciting. And then I drove home in the middle of the night on Saturday. I said, you put all this shit on right now, all of it. I made her put it on in layers. You ever hear that story of too many caps? It was about a guy who sold hats, and he wore all his hats,
and the monkeys stole them all, and then threw them down from a tree.
Yeah, I have not heard this story.
Oh, it's a classic children's tale. Mike, can you pull up an image of the man with too many hats and all the monkeys in the tree? And they were doing everything he was doing. He was shouting for them to give him his caps back, but the only way you could get him back was when he finally threw down a cap, and then they all threw down the caps. It's classic children's story.
Yeah, so that's what I really got Tita to do, was too many panties, and I made her put 15 pairs of underwear on, and man, did it I didn't come though, and that's what I got so in my head I didn't come, and now I think she thinks it's her, and I said, that's not you, that's me. I jerked off 16 times on the road.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, I didn't pay for that woman's thing. I paid for a regular. It was $5 a month.
I'll tell you this much. I will say, and we've said this before. Greg, you and I have talked about it. Yeah, here comes. There's that guy. Too many caps.
It's a real Anthony story. That guy looks like Anthony.
Anthony, that's how the guy sells the caps. He goes through town selling them like that. I don't know how he gets the top ones, but then he takes a nap under that tree, and there's the monkeys in the tree, which doesn't seem like a monkey type area. They steal all his hats.
Yeah, it's also the fall. I've never seen monkeys in the fall.
No. That's not monkey season.
Yeah.
Now, Greg and I,
the story.
Greg, you and I have discussed this before, and you just hit the nail on the head. Victoria's Secret has built a conglomerate, a powerhouse on the essence of horniness. Like everything they've done, I can now get horny. I could see the most grotesque man smelling of dead fish, but he's got his lunch in a Victoria's Secret bag, and I get a boner. Just from the imagery of the Victoria's Secret bag, the smells, everything. They know that company. It's a woman's company.
They also sell condoms.
Built for men's money. That's what it is.
I go, give me the panties, give me some condoms, and give me the biggest dildo you got behind. I know you got dildos behind that fucking register lady. Yeah. What are we doing here? We know what we're doing. Well, because half this section is for women who buy underwear for themselves. But then there's that small section, the erotic section, for women that are trying to spice things up.
Yeah. Anyway. Did you guys ever watch the Victoria's Secret's the fashion show when I
never did it for me. Those were never my kind of ladies.
I tried, man. I tried because I used to watch it on the Real Player,
right?
And it was impossible. The problem is they gave him too many crazy outfits.
Right? You know? I like the crazy. Let me say this, to you. Let me say this to you, Anthony. And this is the problem I have with seltzer. Right? If you're putting seltzer up against Coca-Cola or Sprite, it's never going to win. Seltzer will never be as good as normal Coke. But if you put seltzer up against water, seltzer's going to win. It's the best kind of water, right? And so here's a problem with Victoria's Secret doing that model show. Once they go on a TV, they're now competing with porn. And I say, you're out of your fucking league, right? You got to get back into the store game. Because you will always be the horniest store that's not a porno store, right? Because that's just somewhere else.
And
the horniest normal mall store. Man,
absolutely.
Porn. I'm just going to flip on the internet and blow my life away.
Right. Yes. And Mike's pulled up a image from the Victoria's Secret fashion show. The women were always a little too skinny for me. They didn't. I don't like that gigantic thigh gap. I like a lady. I like some thickness going. But the other thing, Greg, jumping on your point, stay in the catalog game. You know what I mean? Yes, sure. There's porno magazines, but catalogs are free and come to your house. You're the king of the of catalogs when it comes to jacking off. Well, I'm gonna jack off to LL Bean. Get out of here. Stay in the catalog at the store game. Don't get on TV.
Macy's has an underwear section, And I think Victoria's Secret was like, we see what's happening with the Macy's underwear section. We're going to blow that fucking sucker away. And they came in with a hot catalog of Victoria's Secret.
Exactly. Right. But I'll be honest with you boys. I'll get horned up in any underwear section. I was horny because I got this whole new, as you see, I got some new LED lights over here, framing this side. Went in to get that little strip, cut through. I'm not going around the full store to the electronics in the back of the Walmart, cut through the middle, end up in the women's underwear section. I'm getting horned up by Walmart thongs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's ridiculous. You know, what are you doing that? What's your life at then? When you're getting horned up by Walmart, they're just strewn about. They're just strewn about like fucking leaves on the ground after a brisk wind.
Man, speaking of thongs, I was talking to my mom before this, and she was telling me.
Sorry, I'm too slow today that I did not catch that till just now.
She was saying she was like, man, you guys have a good idea going with selling those thongs. And I said, don't even start with this, lady. That's all God. Brendan. And then and then she goes, well, he's a horny guy. And I went, my man.
Oh my God.
I said to my mom, my man is about to have a kid. She goes, well, he's definitely a horny guy.
Did she really say that?
Yeah.
She's got me nailed down, man. That is my life.
Yeah, she was very adamant about that, and she thinks it's a great idea, and she thinks Greg and I are stupid for fighting it.
Thongs.
Yeah,
it is, man. You should have seen this guy in Little Rock. This guy was moving thongs like they were used cars.
If I gotta hear about this guy in Little Rock one more time,
in that
they're
show,
not high quality. I'm a high quality panties man. All right.
Yeah.
I need now I'm very in the panties. I'm in the panties game. Saying panties is so creepy. I love it. I am in the panties game. You gotta. I don't want these little 3% cotton fucking with just iron on logo.
Way. Let me tell you.
If we're going to the panties game, I want full act. I want full thread.
Yeah, I want it to look like a doily.
Yeah, doily panties.
I have fucked my way across this great country of ours, and I will tell you one thing: you get yourself a girl with a $3 pair of those cotton cheap G-string panties, you hit the jackpot, my friend. Okay, you're in for a wild ride. Everyone knows that. So we're selling thongs. Well, obviously it's tabled till Teespring comes back on board with the thongs, but I
got an email today. They said no.
Well, it doesn't matter. So far, the vote is 2-2. Brendan and Anthony's mom 4.
My mom doesn't get a full vote, man.
She gets.
You want to give my mom? You get my mom a full vote. There's a very different podcast.
Then I get my mom's full vote, and we get to do a full-time Trump recap.
Right? Yeah.
Every mom gets to decide.
Yeah, man.
Give my mom a full vote. She finds out I have a podcast.
Is your mom hot, Brendan? Trust me, who the hottest mom is? Probably Anthony's, right?
No. I'm not. I don't think anyone thinks their mom. All of us actually have older moms.
Yeah, but not hot, but like Anthony's mom. She's doing her hair. She's trying to get Anthony to get a special so she can get a boob job. You said that joke up alive.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, yes. Like my mom, she smokes. She's not really. I guess I'm asking: is your mom like? Can she compete with Joanne?
I'm not sure what you're asking. She has not yet asked me to get a special so that she could get a boob job.
Probably number one in hot.
So probably number one. Now, what is she gonna do with that? And I mean, she's the same. She's like my mom. She's older, right? Like, what is she gonna do with her boob job?
I've never known her intentions with that. I think she'd like to just look in the mirror and feel a little bit better about herself.
Okay, that's really it. That. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, the joke. Yeah, that was my joke. Was where she's going to go with those boobs, being the most fuckable lady in the nursing home. But
I love a woman who's so not for herself that she would get a boob job for the casket. Right? It's like just give me after I die. Do up my ass, do up my tits, do whatever you want. Give me, we should open this as a business.
This is an interest. Yes, this is a great idea for the business.
So you can go out the way you came in, slutty as fuck.
Post-posthumous cosmetics.
Yeah.
And
posthumetics.
Way cheaper. way cheaper.
Way
because
cheaper.
Actual boob job, living boob jobs, they have to be A, safe. B, they have to last. C, they have to look the same when you move around. Our boob jobs, they can be toxic. They can fucking explode after 2 days. Just get them down there, and who cares?
And gold boobs filled with gold.
Well, now you're going the opposite direction. Real gold, that's good. That's way more expensive.
It's expensive gold for them. Boob. But they just pay for the gold, but our cost of jamming it in there is way cheaper than real diamond.
Right. Yes.
Our professional jammers.
Not only that, let's just say we're selling them the full gold tit package. If you think we're not out there with shovels that same night getting our gold back,
it's the same gold plates. That's how we can cut on cost. We make 2 gold boobs. Hey, you could, for $5 extra, you could have the real gold boobs in you.
Yeah.
Let me ask this. You tell me if this is too wild of an idea. What if I were to offer my services to a mother who perhaps has a child who died that looked like me? And what I'll do is I'll dress up like that child and I'll be at the funeral so you can see what he would have been like. You know what I mean? So like, this is too crazy.
Hey.
Let me repeat this for Anthony, who I think lost it.
Yes. I'm following 100%, but repeat it for Anthony.
I find a baby who looks like me, kind of. I could dye my hair blonde or whatever, and I go dressed up as the baby who died, and I walk around the funeral to be like, "Hey, I'm little Ricky. I wanted to work on the railroad," and I let people talk to me so they can help with the bereaving process.
Oh man! So wait, so you're little Ricky as you're an imagination of what little Ricky would look like if he was older, right?
But not just look like. Here's the key, because the look like thing, Greg, I think is like.
And I could do
the look like it's small.
This is a horrific idea.
No, it's not. It's a wonderful idea. Don't listen to Anthony. The look-alike thing is going to be a small part of it. Okay, you need to
because they can grow to look like me. Sorry, just to add to that, like you don't know how your child's going to look like. He could become an Italian man. So,
right.
Go ahead, Brendan. Sorry.
The look-alike thing is a small thing. What you need to offer here is customizable packages. You need to sit down with the family and say, what were your dreams for little Ricky? Where did you see him? And they said, well, we always thought he was going to be a doctor. Next day at the funeral, there you are, lab coat, stethoscope, going around. Hey, I'm Ricky. What a life I've led. I'm so happy. Now I'm going up to heaven. I'm going up to heaven, but at least I got to save all those lives along the way. Whatever their dream is, you play it out.
Anthony, you go. And
I see it. This is like a Black Mirror episode.
So here's what I'm also going to do, right? Yeah, I just been like a doctor, but throughout the funeral, I'll throw wild temper tantrums. Like, fuck this waitress, right? Flip out. So then everyone who's at the funeral goes, I'm kind of glad he died, right? He kind of grew up to be an asshole, right? Yeah. I say like, I'm little Ricky and I got a really bad gambling problem. Just bunch of things. So if that's helping bury the child, because you see that, I know I said my favorite color was red, but that led me in a taste for blood, right?
Sure.
That's so funny
throw in a little bit. Go ahead, Anthony.
You come in with an a made up backstory. You just go, well, maybe if mom never hit me, I wouldn't have been like this. And his mom's like, I never hit Ricky. And he's just like,
you'll do in the future.
Yeah, I think that you can actually. I think you might be able to do this as a sketch. I think that's pretty funny if that's the road you go down.
The cops come and arrest the mom. Like, this is definitely shaken baby syndrome. She's like, no, this is a guy I hired. This is a guy making shit up. I thought it was a service. He keeps telling people his other car is also a Porsche.
The actors bring the mom to an acting fake prison, and then I come in, I go, you see what happens if your child would have survived? You'd be in jail.
Yeah.
Be happy he had mesothelioma.
Yeah. And then you go, and thank you very much for signing up for the gold package.
You're free to leave.
Mycicle, write this down. Put that in the sketch pile for the Rad Dudecast sketch
show. This is the fucking. This is the provided by the same company that offered The Game to Michael Douglas. The same company does this service. They've got a range of services. We do a freaky game for your business partner, or we'll make you glad your kid's dead. Whatever you want.
By the way, that's what I always think I'm going to get Greg for his 40th birthday. Is I'm going to get him The Game. It's so funny. If just a quarter of the way through, he just went, "Wait a minute, I don't want to. Did you get me The Game?"
That's right. Put this also in the sketch group. I think this actually in the short film pile for the guy who gets his best friend The Game, and he doesn't realize till halfway through the movie it's The Game, and he's like, "Everyone just keeps disappearing. I don't know what this is.
This could be The Game." Mike, you might want to throw a picture up on the screen. People might not know the famous movie The Game with Michael Douglas, with one of the greatest taglines ever in movie history. What do you get for the man who has everything? ... The Game. Yeah, I've never forgotten that, man. My whole life.
I thought The Game was with like Ice-T or something, and like he's in a
Surviving The Game.
So there were just two knockoff movies about people who pay to have to kill each other or something.
No. Okay, so the Surviving the Game is with Ice-T, and that's of course about the world's dangerous game, Hunting Man.
Yes.
The Game is what do you get for the man who has everything? ... The Game. The Game being this like murder mystery plot that he's involved in that turns out to then be a game, but you'll have to watch the movie. Was it really a game?
Yeah, we can't spoil it for you because it's
intense. I really want to know what happens. Y'all gonna do that to me?
Why don't we do for the $15 episode? We do a mass watch of The Game and then we talk about it.
Here's the problem for you, Greg. I can't remember what actually turns out to be the final verdict. So spoiler impossible. So it doesn't matter.
Here. Okay. That's it. That's what we're doing. $15 Patreon up. What?
Wait, hang on, Anthony. No, you don't have to hang on. Say what you're going to say. $15 episode. We're going to do watching the game.
$15. This upcoming Patreon episode, we're all going to watch the 1992, I believe, Michael Douglas film, The Game, for Thanksgiving, of course. And then we'll talk about it.
You got to put it on the calendar so we can tell them when we're actually going to do it, because we're going to do it live, right? With people?
No, the Patreon?
Oh, it'll just be us three.
Well, let me.
I think do a watch party with fans there and everything.
Let me suggest a few things here. Let me suggest a few things here. I think Greg's probably on a better track. The one thing, Anthony, is the one thing I would say is
I don't care about wins and losses.
I'm on board.
As you can see, Greg needs them.
I'm on board. I would say it would have to be the $10 and $15 episodes, as it's a long movie, or just a normal length movie. And then B, I don't know that we have the technology to watch a movie while live.
There's confusion here. I see.
Yes.
It's okay. The confusion. It's okay. It's fine to have confusion. That's how progress is often made. We would watch the movie, The Game, and then talk about it. We would do a recap of the movie on the $15 episode. Encouraging fans, if you really want to enjoy the $15 episode, unless you have just a working knowledge of the movie The Game, which some might, but if you don't, to watch the movie The Game, because as like a mass watch, then we're doing it privately in our own homes, own times, everything like that. But then the $15 episode, we will be exclusively discussing the movie The Game.
May I propose two things?
Yes.
Can I add some addendums and see if the group concurs? Because I think Greg is onto something with a live movie watch. So I say
I'm editing my idea, by the way, so don't get used to that one.
I'm not getting used to it. So I say we put that on the table with a different movie, and we do plan that, because that's going to require a little bit more planning. I say for this week's, so Tuesday night, all three of us watch The Game. The $10 Patreon episode, we discuss The Game. We do it on the $10 because I think it's going to move into the $15.
Yeah, okay.
The Game is deep. So is everyone free Tuesday night?
No, stop, because I haven't gotten to edit my idea.
Okay, well, edit your idea.
Let me tell you what you just did here. You just wasted 3 minutes of people's lives, because what I'm about to tell you is such a great idea that you'll say, this is the best idea. Are you guys ready for this idea?
Your idea was great.
I'm editing the idea. A lot of people can't see their families for Thanksgiving this year. I say we do a live Thanksgiving dinner and we all get to eat Thanksgiving together. Us and everybody who's alone.
Man, I gotta hang out with my mom on FaceTime all day.
Yeah, I'm actually going to my parents for Thanksgiving.
We do it on Wednesday. We do early Thanksgiving.
You want to do an early Rad Dudecast Thanksgiving on Wednesday where we do a live thing with the fans?
Can I chime in real quick?
Yeah. Bicycle, please.
Eating on microphone is one of the most horrible things you can do.
Not only that, I do have to say, first of all, I love the idea. I love the idea, but we got to plan these live things.
I know
a little bit before just when we think of them on air.
I know. You're very right.
I'm proposing.
Yes.
A mix of the two ideas. That it was taking your idea, Greg, that we do a live movie watch with the movie.
Right?
Thanksgiving fucking out. We're doing Thanksgiving what we were already doing for Thanksgiving.
But we just say it's Thanksgiving.
Man, if the guy wants to call it a Thanksgiving movie, let him call it a Thanksgiving movie. It means nothing.
It means that the people who can't see their families can have a family for an hour. Us. And we'll have Thanksgiving together and watch a movie.
This is a $10 Patreon episode.
Am I frustrating everybody?
No, I'm very unclear as to what's going to happen, and this episode is coming to an end, and the free-only listeners will have no idea what they're missing.
Do I do?
I would
Brennan, call it.
I would like to do this.
In the air.
I think your idea of a live movie watch with fans is great, sort of a Mystery Science Theater 3000 type deal. I do think that's going to require some preparation on the technical end and some planning. So I'd say we table that and then announce next week when that's happening. I'd say for the upcoming Patreon episodes, the $10 and the $15 episode, as per Anthony's plan, the three of us each watch the game Tuesday night and come in prepared to watch Michael Douglas's The Game. What do you get? The man who has everything. ... The game.
Or we can just watch a football game on Thanksgiving together.
Yeah, man, fine.
I will take that.
It's fine. I will compromise. I'll do both those ideas. We'll do that for the Patreon episodes.
Let's do his Patreon
thing. And then I'll watch a football game with Craig.
Yeah. My thing might be I might just go wild and go live on Thanksgiving, and whoever's available is available.
Right.
I probably am not available. I have to have Thanksgiving with my family. That's why we're going to do it on Wednesday.
Who's ever available is available. I probably won't be available. Yeah. You're the one going live. What are you?
Well, I'll go live on my dinner, and I just won't be talking into the mic. You know, I'll let everyone see me eating my Thanksgivings.
Oh, like perfect.
You know how you watch the firewood on Christmas?
Yeah, the Yule log.
Yeah. The Thanksgiving Yule log will be me eating turkey. Like just an hour on repeat with music and me eating turkey.
What everybody wants. Twitch for eating.
That's actually a great idea. All right, let's close this puppy out. What do you say?
Hang on.
You got dates?
No, I don't have I don't have dates or a phone call. I have to give a shout out to
I have shout outs too.
Because yeah, man.
Okay, well you get that together, Anthony. Well, you get that together. Let me just ram a couple things down your guys' throats.
Let me just say, Billy Bates, shout out. He always comments on the Patreon such nice things.
Nice, Billy. Thank you, Billy Bats, from Goodfellas. Murdered by.
Sorry, now you sham a thing in their throat.
I was just going to say real quick, listen, I know you've heard it before, but, maybe you're back in business. Maybe you're back working. Maybe you got a check from your grandmother who died. I don't know. Go to patreon.com/raddudecast. We do 3 bonus episodes every week. There's a $5 level, a $10 level, a $15 level. And I'll be honest with you guys, it really helps the three of us out a lot during these times when we're on the road less than we normally would be. So thank you so much for those of you who patronize us. For those that don't, we get it. If you don't have money, don't do it. But if you can afford it, it really helps out. And don't feel like you got to do it just because I'm a single man with a baby on the way. You know, you don't have to. And then the other thing is, and I said it a few times on this episode, but I couldn't be more pumped about the new merch. It's awesome. With the three of us, can't wait to get our hands on some of this shit. So just check out teespring.com/stores/raddudecast. I guarantee you, if you go there, you're going to want to buy something. It's our best merch to date. It's fucking primo. So teespring.com/stores/raddudecast. And I might be at Hilarities the Wednesday evening before Thanksgiving. Still 2 days away. Still not sure if that's happening or not.
So I got to give a shout out from a couple guys from down under in New Zealand. Greg, you can do a good you do a good New Zealand.
Yeah. Hi, Mike. Yeah, what you doing, hey, Mike? Man, I lost it.
Couple of rabid dog Kiwis, man. So I'll give a shout out, man. First of all, this is a nice message from Kevin Wilson, who's a $15 Patreon subscriber. Whoa. And if you're out there in the world wondering how can I, be like Kevin.
Be like Kevin. Then it's a nice message. I got a bad message from someone, and I'll tell you that one. Maybe I'll do that on the Patreon. It's a long story. What about Ben Wyatt? If you're talking about Australia, you got to talk about Ben Wyatt.
No, we're talking about New Zealand. Well, we're always talking about Ben Wyatt, but today we're talking about these
New Zealand
rabid group of Kiwis, and we're talking about my man Josh Lang. It was his birthday on November the 18th, and he's the guy who got Kevin into the podcast.
Hell yeah, man! Happy birthday,
dog. Happy birthday, dog!
Happy birthday, Josh! And
I just say something about the birthday real quick before you move on, Anthony.
Yeah,
just want to say, a birthday is the most special day of a man's life. Celebrate it with strength. Celebrate it with my man. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, and if you could shout out New Zealand. Oh, we already did that. Grant. Well, we certainly can. We're gonna shout out Grant Slape and Shimayai Prasad. Those are the guys that got him into the podcast.
Hell yeah, dude.
And don't worry, guys. On the Patreon, we're going to discuss what is clearly Anthony's being paid off to shout people's names and did not tell us. Clearly, he's got some kind of side business where he's talking about different states. We're going to figure out what that is.
From the man who sold boxes from his bedroom.
I probably got your name from, but So, hey, you're out there and you're thinking to yourself, maybe I'll subscribe to the $15 Patreon. Well, looky, here comes a cookie. He got his name shouted out on the episode. So,
right, nice, Anthony. Dude, you on that mind shit, mine too. I'm on mine one.
Before we go,
this
is Surviving the Game.
Yes.
It was called Caps for Sale.
Caps for Sale. 5 for a penny.
And then there was a sequel, apparently, called More Caps for Sale.
The monkeys are back.
His lesson.
Caps for Sale.
And we're going to be reading, on the next episode, we're going to be reading Caps for Sale. Don't worry. We're going to be reading it. The monkeys are back, ladies and gentlemen, and they want their hats. There's nowhere to hide.
Yeah, I know.
Caps for Sale.
This pompous idiot didn't learn his first lesson from the monkeys, huh?
No, he's not pompous, Anthony. He's not that. Those aren't his personal hats. He's a hat salesman.
Oh.
I don't think he's going around with 40 hats on.
I mean, he is going around with 40 hats, and technically they belong to him until he sells them. So,
true.
You know what I mean? Like, what are we?
Yes. What are we if we're not a man of our own possessions?
Very, very interesting.
All right, let's call it there, huh? Or do you have more to say, Anthony?
No, I've got nothing else.
All right. You're all great people.
The Rad Dudecast is hosted by Anthony DeVito, Brendan Eyre, and Greg Stone. Original music by Brian Zippert. Produced by Mike Suarez. Executive producers Brendan Eyre, Greg Stone, and Anthony DeVito. Executive producers Matt Kleinschmidt and Robert Kelly for the Laugh Button Podcasts.